Hi, friends. This is Unit 2, Lesson 5, Math for second grade. Today we are going to practice comparing numbers. You may have heard the terms less than, greater than, or equal to before. We are going to be using those symbols to compare two-digit and three-digit numbers. So let's start off talking about the symbols. So we have a symbol that looks like this. It's like a sideways triangle. There we go. A symbol that looks like this, another sideways triangle, and an equal sign. So obviously we've seen the equal sign many times. We call that, when we're comparing numbers, is equal to. This one right here is called the greater than symbol, or is greater than. And this one right here is the opposite of greater, which is less than. So is less than. So you'll use these three phrases when you are comparing numbers. So what that means is, what we're going to practice with is I'm going to give you two numbers. So for example, if I give you the number 39 and 81, okay, and I want to compare those numbers using one of these three symbols. In your math book, you're going to see a circle in the middle. That's where you're going to put your symbol. Okay, so one way to figure out if a number is greater, less, or equal to another number is by drawing it in boxes, sticks, and circles. So I see the number 39. That tells me that I have 3 tens and 9 ones. 3 tens, 9 ones. And then over here, I have 81. So I have 8 tens. And remember, we draw them in groups of 5 and 1 1. So when I look at this, I say, okay, well, I have 3 tens, which is less than 8 tens, but I have 9 right here and 1 right here. 9 is bigger than 1. So how do I know which one I use? Is it to tell me if it's greater than or less than? When you are comparing numbers, you always look at the number that's furthest to the left. So the very first number, this is going to be the number that I look at to tell me if something is greater than or less than. So I'm going to ignore my ones for now, or actually on this problem altogether. And I have 3 tens and 8 tens. So if I have 3 tens and 8 tens, which one of those is bigger? 8, right? So this has a value of 80, and this one has a value of 30. So I can also see when I write my numbers in expanded form, so the value of a 3 in tens town, the value of a 9 in ones town, the value of an 8 in tens town, and the value of a 1 in tens town, I know, just like up here, that 80 is greater than 30. So going back to my symbols, I know this right here is my bigger number. But what am I going to do? Which one am I going to put in? Am I going to put the greater than symbol in there? No, I'm not. I want you to think of an alligator, okay? The alligator, this is its mouth. You see some little teeth on it. Okay, or like right there. The alligator wants to eat the bigger number. So we said that 81 is greater. So my alligator wants to eat that 81. Let me draw that a little more clear. So the open space always goes to the bigger number. Okay? So we're going to work on some problems in our math book to get some good practice. And then I'm going to let you do a bunch of problems on your own to see how you're feeling. Okay? So what you need right now is you need to make sure you have a pencil and your math book open to page 83. So this is what page 83 looks like. It reminds you of the symbols, okay? And it gives you 6 problems to practice with. So the directions say, make a drawing for each number, write less than, greater than, or equal in the circle. Okay, so first we're going to make a proof drawing or boxes, sticks, and circles for each of these numbers. Yes, you must do it even if you don't need to use it to figure out the answer. You must draw it. It's good practice. So right now I want you to draw 56 and 81. Make sure it's nice and neat and organized. Okay, so do you remember what I said? What number do you look at? You look at the number that's farthest to the left, so the very first number. These are both in the tens place, so I can look at my drawing. I have 5 tens here, and I have 8 tens there. Which one is bigger? The bigger one is the 8, right? So I know that my alligator wants to eat my 81. Okay, let's do the next one. Now I have 123 and 109. So go ahead and draw those. Nice, neat, and organized. Okay, so I'm going to look at the first number. So I see a 1 right here and a 1 right here. They're both in the hundreds place. My boxes are, they're both one box, right? Okay, now I need to look at the next place over. So I have a 2 in my tens place and a 0. Do I just skip over the 0? What do you think? No, we don't do that. We need to realize that there are 2 tens here and 0 tens here. So if the hundreds are the same, but there's 2 tens here and 0 tens here, which number is bigger? This one. The 2 tens make it bigger. So this time my alligator is going to eat that 123. Okay, let's look at the next one. This time we have 101 and 101. So I'm going to draw both of those numbers. Nice, neat, and organized. What do you notice about this one? They're the same, right? So instead of doing an alligator triangle, what are we going to do? We're going to put an equal sign. Good. All right. Number 4 is one of the more tricky ones. Now let's go ahead and start by drawing each of those numbers. So I have 98. And 150. So this one, these look like very different numbers, right? So the rule is you have to look at the first number. So my first number here is 9, and my first number here is a 1. 9 is bigger than 1, but is my 9 in the same place as my 1? No, my 1 is in the hundreds place, and my 9 is in the tens place. So if I have 100 right here, I have a hundreds box, and I have 0 hundreds boxes here, which of these numbers is bigger? The one with the hundreds box, right? So even though this first number is a 9, they have to be in the same place. So since there's no number right here in the hundreds place, then that means that this number is bigger. So my alligator wants to eat 150. So you got to be extra careful. That's why it's so important to know the place value. Hundreds, tens, ones. Tens, ones. All right, we're going to do 2 more together, and then I'm going to let you practice them on your own. So we have 67 and 76. So go ahead and draw those. Okay, so these numbers look very similar. Are they the same? No, they're not the same, right? So I have 6 tens and 7 tens. Which one is bigger? The value of 6 tens, which is 60, or the value of 7 tens, which is 70? Did you say 70? I hope so. All right, so 76 is the greater one. So this would read 67 is less than 76. Is that true? You bet. All right, last one that we're going to do together. Go ahead and draw your numbers. Again, these numbers look very similar, right? I see that they both have one 100s box. Okay, so they're the same so far. Now, this one has 2 10 sticks, and this one has 2 ones. Which one of those is bigger? Are 2 10s bigger than 2 ones? Or are 2 ones bigger than 2 10s? I hope you said 2 10s are bigger. So that tells me that my alligator wants to eat the 120. Okay, when you're ready, turn your paper over. We have some problems to do. We have about 10 problems that you're going to try on your own. Here's the deal. If you need to draw boxes, sticks, and circles like you did on the page before, do it. Okay? If it helps you, do it. If you don't need to at this point, then you can just write in the correct symbols. Okay? I'm warning you now. Do not get tricked on ones like number 15, number 12, number 10. They're using a lot of the same numbers, but just mixing them up. So right now, I would like you to pause the video, and you are going to complete 7 through 16. All right, let's see what you came up with. So number 7. 135 is less than 137. Number 8, 83 is equal to 83. Number 9, 119 is greater than 87. Number 10, 127 is less than 172. Number 11. 62 is greater than 57. Number 12. 51 is greater than 15. Number 13. 111 is equal to 111. Number 14. 37 is less than 74. Number 15. 192 is greater than 191. And finally, number 16, 100 is greater than 10. All right. If you got some of those wrong, make sure you get them fixed. We will play around more with the greater than, less than, equal to in small groups. We have one more thing to do. Poor puzzled penguin. Puzzled penguin says, I know that 9 is greater than 6. Did I make a mistake? So Puzzled Penguin is looking at the 9 and the 6. And he says, 9 is greater than 6. So that means that 149 is greater than 176. Did he look at the right number? No. He's supposed to start on the left side, not the right side. So let's go ahead and help them out. Let's draw a proof drawing for each of these numbers. So draw your boxes, sticks, and circles for 149 and 176. All right, if you're not ready, go ahead and pause the video. Otherwise, we're going to keep going. So I noticed that they both have a 100s box, so they're the same so far. If I look at my 10s, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 10s for this number, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 10s for this number. So which one is greater? The one with 7 10s. So Puzzle Penguin, you have to look at the hundreds town first, then the tens town, and then the ones town if need be. But you didn't even need to look at the ones town this time. All right, friends, that is it for today's lesson. Make sure that you get your homework done, and I will see you in small groups. Bye.